Hey everyone. Hello. I've got hang on. Hello. I've got separation anxiety big time. I'm so anxious without Sunny here. I'm sure she's settling into the Cat Hotel and having a lovely old time, but I came home and it's so weird not having her here. Hey Cement Shoes, how are you? So this vent is partly just because I need to have a bit of a vent about something that's happened on YouTube in the last week, but also just to hang out with some supportive people because I'm stressing, man. Samantha had to take Sunny to the Cat Hotel. Look, no gratuitous Sunny shot because Sunny and the Green Ottoman are now at the Cat Hotel for 10 days while I go to Adelaide for a week. I fly out tomorrow morning, and then when I get back, I've booked an Airbnb for Sunny and I. So then I pick her up from the Cat Hotel and take her to this Airbnb, and we're there for 10 days. And this is all while my bathroom's being done as well. Like, there's so much going on. Hi, Francesca. But there's also been stuff going on YouTube, and I feel I have to talk about it today and get it out of my system because it's really pissed me off, and I don't want to take any bad juju or bad chi or whatever it is with me to Adelaide. I want to have a really restful and lovely time with my best friend over there, who I haven't seen since her mum died of cancer, which is quite interesting considering what I'm about to talk about. My mum also died from cancer, breast cancer, which might be why I'm so irritated by what I saw and heard on YouTube. So I don't know how many people are going to join us. It's kind of a weird time to be live, I guess. And also not everyone's subscribed to this channel yet. I might actually just chuck the link on my other channel. I'll be back. Let me do this. You just chat amongst yourselves while I sort some stuff out. I've gone live a bit sooner than I thought too, because I've got so much to do before I go away, as we always do. That one, and I think the other channel's got a community page as well. Let me just put it on my laws of crime and cooking as well. If we can drag a few punters over here, let the people that do rock up, if anyone else has rocked up, to subscribe to this little channel, because although I'm not going to go live on it a lot, it's the perfect spot for me to come when I need to have a little rant about YouTube fuckery. And I mean, to me, YouTube is just Seinfeldian bizarro world. There's always stuff that goes on over here that is just not like the real world at all. And unfortunately, the latest is not only a huge lack of compassion. All right, I've sent the link to a few different places. Oh, I've lost someone since I did that. Gee, you guys are rough. Other channels stuff around for hours on end, and they've got 900 people were watching them just hanging around. I'd disappear for a minute to just do some admin. But that's all right. If it's just the three of us, we'll discuss it and I'll get it out of my system. And I've probably got about an hour anyway to chat. So I'm going to summarize in a nutshell what I'm talking about. And I also want to put a little disclaimer from the start. This isn't about what someone did or didn't say at all. I'm showing how a lack of compassion, actually a massive lack of compassion, and also a person who deserves compassion just sitting there on YouTube tolerating being yelled at, is why I think YouTube is such a bizarre place. And irrespective of what was said and what wasn't said, it's the manner in which one person speaks to the other. And I just can't get my head around it. It's actually, I mean, I've got separation anxiety from Sunny, so I'm sort of on the brink of crying anyway. But it's also you guys are great listeners. You are. It's good to have you both here. Um, I was so hurt listening to this stuff because of how many people on the planet are either directly or indirectly affected by cancer. And to me, anyone getting a diagnosis of cancer just deserves complete compassion. The end. And yet on YouTube, Alicia Clare, who many of you might know as Science Girl, she's also had other names for her channels over the years, but she's been around as long as I have, if not longer. Like I came along in about August 2018. Has been diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. And a lot of people have had a lot to say about it. Now, one of the things that Alicia decided to do, and as far as I'm concerned, it's her call, is she shaved her head, and whether or not she has to have chemo, Ray, who knows what sort of treatment that she has. But at the end of the day, if she wants to do that, that's her call. And I can honestly tell you that another friend of mine who didn't have breast cancer but did die of 2 cancers, she also shaved her head purely because, and she did end up having chemo, but she shaved her head at the start because she had so much treatment and so many days in hospital, and just like maintaining her hair was too much for her. So she was just like, well, I'm probably going to lose it if I have to have chemo anyway. So get it off now. And I remember we went looking, this is my friend Birdie, who died a couple of years ago, and she just turned 50. And, she said, let's go wig shopping and have some fun with it just in case. But at the end of the day, like if you're diagnosed with anything that's potentially life-threatening, do whatever the fuck you want, like, right, just do it. But as a result of Alicia doing that, then there were people that had strong opinions saying she was acting like she was stage 4, not stage 1. There were cancer survivors weighing in on it, saying that they were offended that she'd shaved her head. Vinny G and Wendy V were live, and Wendy didn't really want to talk about it, but Vinny had things to say and kept asking her, and she was trying to be fairly tactful, but she was one of the people that sort of said, it's considered insulting to people that have a more severe cancer diagnosis. And then what happened was, hey, Fluffy Minx Pondoon. So then what happened was Laura was live talking about it too. I keep hearing a little meow, and I think it's Sunny, and I know it's not. Like for a second, I'm like, Sunny, and then I'm like, it's not Sunny. Oh, separation anxiety is real, people. She's probably freaking out a bit too at the moment, but by the time I pick her up, I'm sure in 10 days, I'm sure she'll be pretty settled at the cat hotel. So then Laura went live, and Laura's position was if she was diagnosed with cancer, she'd be terrified, like it would scare the fuck out of her. This is Laura, live perplexed, shut the fuck up, or sit the fuck down and listen, STFD and listen. But then she also said she could see from Vinny G and Wendy V's discussion about how people that have had a more serious type of cancer might be offended, or, that it's not appropriate. And I'm kind of thinking, well, I don't get that either. Like people that I know that have survived cancer, they don't play Cancer Olympics and go, well, I was stage 4 and you're stage 1, so shut the fuck up. Like they go, oh my God, you've got cancer too. Like, let me help you through the process. And, the most important thing is to make decisions that are going to be the best for you. And you'd come from a place of empathy because you've been in that position yourself. So I was surprised to hear Laura suggesting that some of the stage 4 cancer survivors in her community think that it was inappropriate for Alicia to shave her head. And all of this stuff is being discussed. And the whole time I'm listening, doesn't matter who you're listening to, I'm thinking someone in the community, irrespective of whether you're a friend of hers or not, whether she's pissed you off before or not, whatever the story might be, has been diagnosed with cancer, and you're all creating drama out of this. Sunny will be okay. Yeah, she'll be fine. I'm the one who's a mess. Sorry, not sorry is one of her favourite lines. Yeah, not a good one, hey? Where's the humility? But I just can't believe that this ranting has been going on and yelling and screaming over someone having a cancer diagnosis. And they keep forgetting that. Like, irrespective of how people feel about science, girl, where's the immediate compassion for her that she's been dealt a shitty card? Now, she might have an amazing chance of recovery. Lots of people do. Lots of people also have cancer come back after they go in remission, like my mum did with her breast cancer. So, fingers crossed she is cured and it doesn't come back. That's what everyone would be wanting for her, you would think. But then to make it even weirder, then Science Girl gets up on the panel with Laura's channel, on her panel, and you'll see in a minute how Laura speaks to her. And I'll give Science Girl credit. She sits there really calmly, but when you've got cancer, like any sort of stressful situation, you're already stressed to the max anyway. Like, the mind plays such incredible tricks on you. Even because my mum died of breast cancer, whenever I've found a lump, until I know it's okay, like, as much as I'm like, don't worry about it till you have something to worry about, your mind still plays tricks on you. You do have to think about the what ifs. You do have to contemplate, like, what you're going to do with your house and your pets and children if you've got them and everything else. So, yeah, exposing people with cancer to stress, not great. But then I get why she was sitting up there for a time, but Laura just started yelling at her and being quite manipulative and not at all seeming to give a fuck that the woman she's yelling at has just been diagnosed with cancer. But then on top of that, Laura is also promoting her fuck cancer candles that she's going to be donating to breast cancer research while she's yelling at a cancer patient. Like, what the fuck? It's just fucked. Yeah, it's great that it was caught at stage 1. Of course it is. But it doesn't mean that her cancer situation and diagnosis isn't as terrifying as someone else who was diagnosed at stage 4. It's still fucking scary, right? Like, there was a lot of cancer Olympics going on. As far as I'm concerned, fuck all cancers. Cancer is cancer. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. And if someone in your circle of friends or someone in your YouTube sphere is diagnosed with it, why isn't your go-to compassion for them? It's just... But anyway, I'm basically live to have a chat about it. So I've sorted it out and it's done. And when I log off, boo-boo, and start getting on with all the shit I've got to do before I go, I've got to completely empty out my bathroom before that gets pulled apart. And that's one of many things I've got to do. I've been busy all morning, and now's the first time I've actually had time at home to do something. And I've gone live on YouTube. Oh, so man, that's a blow. Yeah, I've lost a really close friend to, well, I've lost my mum obviously to breast cancer, but I lost a really close friend to ovarian cancer a couple of years ago, to a girl called Bib. Yeah, it's tough. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible disease. But like I said at the start, there are very few. When I was an ambassador for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, 1 in 3 people in the world had a link to cancer. Like, they either had it themselves or they knew someone who did. Like, it's a bitch of a disease. And different types of cancers, suddenly are easily cured. Like, prostate doesn't seem to be a huge issue. Breast cancer, all the money that's been raised so far, and we still don't have a cure. It's fucking annoying. But I don't want to go down that road because that's quite a political opinion I have as well on that one. But Big Pharma don't want too many cures put out there too soon, do you? Anywho, so what I'm going to do is react to Laura and Science Girl, just to give you a bit of an idea of how this, to me, is the most alien, foreign, weird way to speak to someone who's been diagnosed, whether you like them or not. And just watching Laura refusing to show any kindness at all, yelling and getting more and more fired up, blocking people left, right, and centre, plus her chatter in there going, But Laura cares because she's raising money for breast cancer with her candles, while Laura is screaming at someone who's just been diagnosed with breast cancer. No, Laura doesn't care. Like, good on her. I'm not going to knock her for fundraising. But if you're going to put your heart and soul behind a cause, then anyone that's afflicted with that illness, or like with me at the moment, volunteering for the referendum, if you're passionate about it, you're passionate about it, and you're passionate about the people that you're advocating for. And that includes Science Girl. If you're going to sell candles for breast cancer research, then be fucking nice to someone who's got cancer. It's not that hard. Wow, what a fighter. My mum only had, well, not only, my mum was a fighter too, but she had a decade of fighting. She was diagnosed in 1990 and died in 2000. And mum had breast, and then she had an inoperable tumor in her spine. She had a halo brace and all sorts of stuff. But the one thing my mum would never have done would be sitting there going, oh, you're only a stage 2, I'm stage 4. Like, there's no Olympics. There's no gold, silver, and bronze. If you've got cancer, you've got cancer across the board. Even if you've got melanoma and it's a quick little removal and then you're good to go. The time from the time you're told you have melanoma to the time the mole is removed, you're terrified. End of story. My beautiful friend Annabelle, who I bump into on the beach sometimes when I'm down there with you guys, she had melanoma last year. It was 9 months before she was given the all clear, even though from the start they said you've got an incredibly good chance of recovering from this. She still had 9 months of it completely fucking with every element of her life. Me too, Fluffy Minx Pondu. And once again, it's the warped world of YouTube, just different to the real world, isn't it? Let me just wriggle this up. I'm going to play a little short clip first from Kills in the Air. Because she's clipped it a little bit, and it also includes Laura screaming at her as well, because I think Hills went in there and was like, Laura, you don't need to scream. And then, well, you'll hear what Laura says. And I don't need to it's called You Ain't Gotta Yell. I won't claim fair use. Well, I mean, it's fair use anyway, but I'll play Hughes's in one piece because it's not very long. It's 3.5 minutes, and then we'll just jump around a bit on Laura's, and you can all listen to how she talks to a woman who's just coming to terms with the fact she's been diagnosed with cancer. Fucking insane. And you've got to remember too, Laura is also someone who dips her toes into true crime and claims to be, all about the victims. And yet they get more people watching them and more money dropped in their pockets when they do drama. But sensationalizing cancer for drama's sake and a bit of money in your bank account is fucking disgusting. No worse than the death vultures, the gore crows, cement shoes, the tragedy pimps. But yeah, I'll play Hills' little video first, because that'll just give you a taste of it. And then we'll listen to a little bit more from Laura's live the other day where she has Science Girl up on panel with her. She'd also had, Laura had I don't know who it was, but someone in her community had jumped up and was sort of chatting to her prior to it and sort of saying, well, like, it's not that big a deal and calm down. Because, what fired Laura up was Queen Bee and that community, the Hive, they all reacted to Laura and previous live that Laura had done, and Laura was misrepresented, and so she lost her shit. But rather than lash out at Queen Bee and Queen Bee's community, she ripped into the cancer patient that a lot of YouTubers are talking about, not because they're worried about her or they're sad that someone so young's been diagnosed with cancer, but because she's great fodder for drama. Fucking insane. All right. Putting heels up. And yes, I do play Heels in the Airs clips because she's still a great clip channel. I'd love to have a chat with her one day about what happened, what went down with her earlier in the year. I did my research, went to lots of different channels, read her blog, made up my own mind about how I feel about Heels, and I don't think she's racist. Anyone that does have an issue with her, well, I'll play this. You don't need to listen. You can come back afterwards. But this is a good little clip of why I'm reacting to Laura in a minute. Let's go, Groovers.
Are you coming to get me? Send the big bad wolf to fetch me. I've been staging a protest, swapping guns for roses. Resorted to reverie, campaigners for liberty. Here to render a legacy. We are the dreamers and the party queens. I just wanna be myself for a day.
Oh, she's got a new opener. I reckon that's a clip of, say, that all those old movies dancing. There's a few that are people have done, but they've put like modern music to them. They're very cool. But anywho, back to yeah, it would have been tough for Cement. Cement's amazing though. Like, look, she was very strong. Cement got dealt crappy cards in life. I mean, everyone gets dealt shitty stuff. Cement's got a particularly sad story. But again, we don't play Olympics or anything around here. But as far as bad stories go, Cement's was heartbreaking. And I've got two friends now in the same boat, plus you, Cement Shoes. So I don't know why you guys were all dealt that card. It's tough to lose two parents so close together. But let's shower Cement in love and see Hills' clip, and then we'll do a bit of reacting. I'm not going to be reacting to 3.5 hours of Laura yelling. Don't worry. I listened to about 5 minutes of it and I was like, I need to react to this. And it was 2 days ago, I think, that I heard it. So you don't need to hear much of it to get the gist of why I'm so annoyed by this. But Heels in the Air's done some clipping and you'll get a bit of a taste for it now.
Alicia, what the fuck was that this morning? I didn't do shit. I didn't say one fucking thing wrong. Not one. I was on your side the entire fucking live. Even against Wendy V, I was on your side the entire fucking time. But it's scary. It is. So I get it. But I also get Wendy V's side. This is bullshit. Just because you don't want to go after fucking Wendy V, don't make it out like I fucking said it.
Look how fucking irate she is. Like, seriously. You will for a long time, Cement. I don't think it's something you'll ever come to terms with, to be honest. But we're all here for you. Always. But how fired up is Laura? Sorry, because I've only got an hour. Not that I'm dismissing you, Cement, but I want to get a little bit of Laura's live in too. Unfortunately, it's going to probably shell shock you a bit more too when you hear this. But just listen to how fired up Laura is, because she was allegedly misrepresented on Queen Bees, which wouldn't surprise me because Queen Bee's a piece of shit too. And Laura's so fucked off about it. But instead of retaliating, I guess, against Queen Bee, and poor Science Girl, someone's probably told her something and she's, again, coming to terms with a cancer diagnosis and everything else. And then you've got this one screaming at Alicia. And wait till you hear the way she talks to Alicia when Alicia gets up on her panel. It's fucking insanity.
I'm not the one that fucking said it. Wendy V said it. Go after her. Don't fucking come at me for what she said.
Right, but you did say
no, not right. Not right. No, I did not say that.
You didn't say I was acting like I'm stage 4.
So that other voice is Science Girl, Alicia Clare. But look at Laura's face there, my pause game. I'm on point, man. So yes, that other voice is Science Girl. So this rant of Laura's right now, purely about he said, she said, YouTube bullshit, and her level of rage. This is while she's talking to the very person who's been diagnosed with cancer, that all of these channels are basically milking her cancer for drama. Like, this is fucking disgusting. And it continues.
Absolutely never said that, ever. It was Wendy V that fucking said it, not me. Wendy V say it, I'll play
I
it.
don't want to hear what Wendy V has to say. I don't want to hear anything that woman has to say.
You've gone on for 2 fucking days screaming about something I never even fucking said.
Well, I don't like the hypochondriac shit.
That was 4 days ago. You had no fucking problem with it 4 days ago.
No, I went live about it when it happened. Let me have my fucking channel, okay? And don't make any cheap shots at me.
I didn't make any cheap shots. That's my point. I didn't make any fucking cheap shots. This is what I'm saying. I am the one that fucking is getting blamed for everybody else.
And you're the one who's fucking yelling at someone who's facing a cancer diagnosis. Like, this is unbelievable to me. I don't know how you guys feel about this because there's no comments about it yet. And it's actually making me feel more anxious listening to this. So I don't know how much of Laura's live I'm actually going to be able to handle. But I am absolutely in shock. And I really just wanted to go live to say that I think this complete lack of compassion and the fact that all of these different channels are all sprouting off their opinions about Alicia and what she's doing. At the end of the day, she's diagnosed with cancer. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. That's the point that I'm trying to make. This is Laura Cement. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And she did call Alicia a hypochondriac. And then you heard her just then going, well, that was 4 days ago. You weren't pissed off 4 days ago. Well, sometimes, Laura, things happen to people. Like, there's a lot of things that go on in somebody's day, and you calling someone a hypochondriac, I mean, it sounds like Alicia was immediately upset by that because she said she went live and was talking about it. But even if it took Alicia 4 days to finally speak up about it, so what? I reckon she's got a little bit more going on in her life right now than worrying about you, calling her a hypochondriac. But now she's had a chance to bring it up because she's speaking with you. Who gives a fuck? It could have been 4 years ago. It's still a bitch of a thing to say about someone who's just been diagnosed with cancer. Exactly, Francesca. It's about Alicia, not anyone else. And I mean, it makes you think about what you would do if you were in Alicia's shoes. You know, like if something happened to me and I was in this nasty drama community or crama community or whatever it is, with all these different channels all fighting with each other over someone having cancer, like there's no way. I mean, if something happened to me, I'd tell you guys, because this community that we have is so incredible. And I know that I'd be supported, and I know that my diagnosis of whatever it is, I'm touching wood right now, but it's not something you'd all turn into drama fodder. But, you know, you kind of, I think Alicia also probably just wanted to let her community know. But unfortunately, because she's sort of been tied up with so many drama channels over the years, this is what happens. I mean, people have died on YouTube and they've been used as fodder. Even when they're dying, they've been used as fodder. It's so disgusting to me. And I don't understand. Like, I know YouTube can't moderate every channel and know what's going on, but this stuff's been going on for 5 years, and these channels continue to behave like this, and they're still around. And I'm not about cancel culture. I'm not saying go over to Laura's channel and report it or anything like that. People are allowed to have their opinions, even shitty ones. But it surprises me too that this platform can continually have this sort of shit going on it over and over and over again, hours at a time, day in, day out. And 5 years on, it's still happening. We've all got to protect our mental health here, you know, guys. It is the same behavior as Real Housewives. Oh, Aussie Tad's backstage, but Aussie, I'm not letting anyone up because I've only got like 29 minutes. Unless you, hang on, I'll let you up for a very quick. Hi, Aussie. Aussie's muted. Hi, Anyanka. Yeah, look, you don't really need to know it in depth just to say, hey, Aussie.
Hi. Yeah, I'm just on hold with Centrelink, so can you hear their music?
Yes.
So yeah, I
For
wasn't
those
expecting to chat.
For
I wasn't
everyone outside
expecting
of
to
us,
yeah, I just clicked on the link and here I am. So I'll mute again.
that's so weird. How did you get my link?
I don't know. I just clicked.
Oh,
Was it
I've put
you?
my stream. I put my StreamYard link on my other channels. Oh my god! I meant
Yeah,
to
that
put.
must.
I meant to put the link for ACDC. I am such an
Oh,
idiot.
okay. Well, I'll mute and let you go back to it.
Thanks, beautiful. Thanks for your message
Okay.
too. I'll respond to that later as well. But I'm an idiot now. I need. Oh, stuff it. I'll just leave it. I might get some interesting people jumping up.
Okie doke.
But we're on
Okay.
ACDC, and good luck with Centrelink too, Aussie.
Yes. I'll probably be for another hour. Okay.
You were good
See
luck,
ya.
Gorge.
Bye.
Bye. All right. If anyone jumps up on backstage, I'll just let them know that I've put the StreamYard link. That's so stupid. If I get peen bombed, it's my own fault. Hello, Mel Mac. Yeah, and Yankee, you don't really need to know too much about this scene, I guess, this YouTube scene. Basically, it's in a nutshell, a member of one of the sort of dramery type crimery, true crime drama / whatever communities was being diagnosed with cancer. And in the last 4 or 5 days, a lot of the crime channels have been basically using her diagnosis as fodder for drama and drumming up lots of views and subs, all salivating. And no one really stopping and saying, hang on a sec, whoa, this girl's got cancer. Let's just be nice and compassionate. But no. So the clip I'm showing at the moment is from Heels in the Air, and it's Laura, who's got Alicia Clare, also used to be known as Science Girl, up on her panel with her. And Laura's basically screaming at Alicia. I won't go into the in-depth details of all the drama. I've covered that at the start. If you really want to get up to speed on it, you can replay it, but I don't know if you should bother. But just bear in mind, the woman on the screen right now is talking to someone who's just been diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer, and the whole community is basically using that diagnosis as fodder for drama on their own channels. Well, you know a lot then, Anyanka. I know the hairy butt bandit. I can't believe I put the StreamYard link on my not 1 but 2 channels. Never mind. That was a bit of fun having Aussie chat up. And for those of you that Centrelink outside Australia, Centrelink is like Social Security, but they do lots of different things. So anywho, she's on hold. It might be for days on end with them. Let's go back to Laura and her compassionate treatment. That was funny, Aussie Ted. My bad led to some fun. All right, I needed that because, yeah, I've got major separation anxiety right now. Okay, here we go. More shouty.
This is bullshit. You conjure shit up in your fucking head that never happened.
Well, seeing her
I
on
have
your
never
panel,
said anything bad about you, Alicia,
Right.
at all.
right? Seeing you
At all. Through this whole
Apart from calling her a hypochondriac when she's been diagnosed with cancer, you haven't called her anything horrible. Okay.
process, I
right.
have been there for you. I have never said a fucking bad word about you. Ever.
Hypochondriac. Hypochondriac.
And yesterday I said it 30 fucking times. 30 times in that 5-minute clip. I said at least 5 times, literally. At least, shut up, Heels, because if I want to fucking yell, I'm allowed to yell. You don't like it, see your fucking way out.
Yeah, but 2 days ago, you said this. Listen to Turtle Boy. You absolutely believe she's innocent. But Heels had a pretty good argument. And she really put up a pretty good argument. I was like, wow, this is interesting. And I'm going to try to hook up the two of them. I think it would be an amazing live.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Hills. That was a snippet because yeah, we've got where am I? Here I am. We've got about 24, 25 minutes to look at a little bit more of it. But I think I'm kind of making the point, you know. Let's bring up Laura's live. And I'm going to put it up with the chat visible too, because I always think it's interesting to see how chat react to people when they start screaming at someone who's being diagnosed with cancer. Yeah, absolutely hostile as fuck. I didn't know that, Mel Mac. Holy shit. But yeah, let's make candles, Mel Mac. Let's get onto it. Beeswax, perhaps. Yeah, I don't remember either. I mean, even when they're on their crime channels, they basically talk about some poor missing kid for 5 minutes and then scream at somebody else for 4 hours. It's insane. The funny thing is when Centrelink answer, they're going to hear you scream. But yeah, so much love to you, Mel Mac. And, you know, sharing something like that in this community. The one thing you know for sure is it won't become fodder for drama on here. I mean, nothing surprises me about anything on YouTube these days, but it just seems to get worse and worse. You know, we're always like, how are things going to get worse than this? And then bang. So I'll probably get a strike from Laura because, you know, she doesn't like anyone saying anything nasty about her. You do make beeswax candles. Bless. Yum. They smell beautiful. I'm allergic to bees, but they're my favorite little insect. So I'm actually playing this from the Shitty Kitty Kitchen channel because if it gets a strike, who cares? I'm going to feel bad because it's Sunny's little photo up there, but in any event. So yeah, I'm just going to play a bit of Laura just again to show how compassionate and empathetic she is towards Alicia. And then also keep an eye on chat. I can't make it any bigger than it is, but when the chat starts playing, because there's a lot of people in Laura's chat that are talking about how lovely and kind Laura is while all of this yelling is going on. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. YouTube is bizarro world, and for some reason, here we all are. Okay, let's play a few minutes. I'll jump around a bit because there's only so much shouty I can take. Oh, that's a good start.
I am dumbfathomed at what I fucking heard.
Wait.
Absolutely dumbfathomed.
Dumbfathomed. She's dumbfathomed. All right, I'm dumbfathomed that you... I know she gets some words wrong, and sometimes I guess they can be entertaining, but I reckon this is the most entertaining. She's dumbfathomed, as we all are. We're going to be more dumbfathomed shortly.
Is dumbfathom even a word? I don't even think it's a word. I think we just made a Lauraism.
You did.
Dumbfathomed. That's our new word for the week.
Mom, if you're up, can you make sure my clothes go in the dryer?
Yeah. Is dumbfathom's not a word, right?
She sounds sick too. Like, that's another thing. I couldn't imagine going live when I sounded like this. Like, the last thing I would want to do is sit upright at a table or a desk with my computer and my camera, and I shouldn't have to cam up, but yeah, no. That's YouTube addiction right there, that you can get out of your sick bed and go live for, how long is this live? Nearly 4 hours. Whew, okay.
Right. Did I just make another new word? Dumbfathomed. That's just me. Either way, let me show you guys what I heard. Okay?
All right. Listen, like, I don't care about that. Like, make the candles and, support the cause and all that.
See, I just went off the screen. Here. Now, this Leslie, I think, is actually a stage 4 cancer survivor. So there's all these sort of Leslie telling Science Girl to get over herself because she's only stage 1 going on, which is so weird. Like, I don't know anyone in my life. I mean, the people that I know who've had cancer that are no longer here, I don't know how they would have felt about it. But the ones who've survived it, like, again, it doesn't matter what stage you are. If you've had cancer and survived it, then you generally, in my experience, what I've witnessed from my beautiful friends and family members is you're generally very compassionate and empathetic towards somebody else. You're not, I think it's this person, it might be someone else, but this particular woman here, I heard you and her arguing. I'm not a fan of her. She seems to be victimizing herself. Like, is she talking about Alicia? Well, we love you, girl. You're always bright and bubbly and beautiful. All right, play a bit more. I'll let it roll for a little while. I want to jump forward to when Alicia gets up, but this might be some sort of, if it's an explanation, like I said, the actual he said, she said stuff to me, I don't give a fuck. The fact is there's way too many channels talking about Alicia and pitting her against other channels and channels pitting themselves against each other for the sake of entertainment, drama, whatever. And the subs are lapping it up and flicking money left, right, and center, and supporting loyally their creators they follow, even though their creators are saying horrible, horrible things. My issue is I just don't know why people's go-to when someone is diagnosed with breast cancer isn't just to feel really sorry for them and to want to help them in whatever way you can to make life a little bit easier for them. That's really all that I do when someone tells me they've got cancer. I don't go live on YouTube and start getting all upset because someone said something and they misquoted me and that's not what I meant. And all of that is being yelled at the person who's got cancer, for fuck's sake. It's such a warped dynamic. And yeah, little channels like mine will never grow because there's no market on YouTube for reasonable, nice, decent people. There just isn't. You know, you might have a channel where you're really good at something and you get a great following, like whatever you might be doing, you know, you get your following and you're putting out really good quality content. They're fine. I'm talking about this scummy little corner of YouTube that have huge followings. I mean, the Glares just hit 20,000 subscribers. There's a man in his 40s who goes live every day bitching about women on YouTube, and 20,000 people are subscribed to him. It's unbelievable.
But like, she called her a hypochondriac, which like she didn't seem to really react to.
Let me jump a bit. I think that's the other person that that was trying to tell Laura to calm down a little bit. And then, you know, here's Laura now. She's gone on to the Canadian Cancer Society and is probably debating what treatments you get at stage 1. And I think Alicia kept saying, you know, well, are you a doctor? But again, like you look at, you know, some of the comments in chat and people are slagging Alicia off. Again, like even in the chat, no one's sort of just going, come on, this is a bit fucked up. Let's just show Alicia some compassion and talk about something else. They're all just in there just going, well, this is great. We've got drama. Laura's losing her shit. She's shouting. She's swearing. And she's shouting and swearing at someone who's got cancer. Bring it on, man. Let's get the popcorn. I know, isn't that a shock? He has. I mean, he started a lot later than I did, even though he continually tells people he's been going live for 5 years, which is bullshit. Like, you can go back and look at his first video on YouTube, and it wasn't 5 years ago. And each time he goes live, he bumps it out a bit further. But anyway, 20,000 people dig his bitching about other women on fucking YouTube because, I don't know, quality entertainment. Who wants it? And this is not my quality entertainment channel, by the way. This is me just reacting to the wackadoo fucktards of fucking YouTube.
some shit like that. And that's totally
How the fuck would they know? And you know what? When my mom had it, it peeled her hands, the skin on her hands peeled.
Still got people up there chatting. All right, where's Alicia? Here we go. Just let's listen to get Laura getting more and more and more fired up.
bullshit. But then she runs to Queen Bee and it makes it out like I'm the bad one, like I did something wrong. And it goes back to everybody only fucking sees what they want to see and they don't have the whole picture. They don't see the whole fucking picture. They only pick and choose little things. And then if you erase your life, then there's no fucking, then I look like the asshole.
I don't really know Alicia, but I think her feelings are hurt. Like I think that your feelings are hurt, like because she's, friends with people that are
I
against
don't
you.
care who she's friends
what I
with. My issue is
Okay.
not who she's friends. I don't care who she's friends with. I am not that immature. And that's what I keep trying to get through. I don't care.
She's not that immature, and yet she is yelling the entire time. I wish I had the bit that I heard, because honestly, I could not believe how insane it got. It might be a bit further along.
But that was your response to her. It's your response to her that makes me feel that way. Because when she was talking about,
That's not Science Girl. Hang on.
But when she said that,
I can't go back right now. I'm on StreamYard with you, Laura.
everything I heard,
and I'm
That's not Science Girl either.
feel that way. But if I feel like there's like,
where's Science Girl? Have I got the wrong live?
you allow
do about it?
QB or anybody in there to bash my candles.
What am I supposed to do though when they do it, Laura?
Jesus, there was a lot of shit going on. There's Alicia. I'm sure this is. Hang on. Jesus, that cough was right in my highly impressive headphones.
Food past midnight, I can't see shit. I'm telling you.
I can't find Alicia.
Eating a cook.
No. You invited her on your panel with intention.
I have never once picked. It was nobody. It was not me. It was not from my side. It's been comparing. Nobody else is comparing besides Alicia. No one.
Never have Red Devil. Why would I want that? Do you think I'm looking forward to this? This is
Why? Like, what happened? Wait, what? I missed
Red
that.
Devil is a
Well, that sounds like Alicia over on some other panel, or maybe her own.
strong chemo that you get like when you're in late stage 3, 4.
Huh.
It's just not.
I was sure Alicia got up. Why can't I find it? Because there was a little emoji. Her little avatar was a photo of her with her shaved head, grinning, and sunglasses on. Why can't I find her? Who's on here?
Oh my God. Okay, you keep making excuses. Have a good night. What's up, Cappy? Hold on, I gotta let the dog in. Hold on.
Who was that other person?
I have never once picked apart anything that she did. Nothing.
It's interesting that people in the crime community always say stuff like, I've never done this, I've never done that. And yet, Aussie Tad can't find normal YouTube, so she's listening from backstage. Bless, g'day, Aussie. They're always like, I've never said anything. And then if someone actually taken the time to do lots of clipping, they could do the most fantastic videos going back to these people 1,000 times saying shitty things about each other. Be like, really? You've never said anything bad? Let me try and find the bit where Alicia jumps up. Was I imagining it?
You guys see what I mean, though? Like, how does Fluffer know that Buka wants to come in?
Jesus, riveting shit. This is so weird.
She usually doesn't just take people's word for it. You take.
Because I do well, but
I've been so busy that maybe I was sure it was this live.
See that. Just like Band-Aid of memories.
What the fuck? She always makes me feel like I'm drunk.
It's absolute bullshit.
I wonder if she's cropped it out. I might just have to play Heels in the Airs video again.
The fact anything about you wanting.
I reckon has she cropped it out?
On Sage's phone. You can find anything you want on YouTube.
This is so weird. And then I'm sure it was this live. This comments now like something smells with this entire cancer story. Her Amazon wish list went up way too fast. I'm not saying she's lying, but she's exaggerating. Like Alicia is a snake. She's a liar. Hypochondriac Awareness Day. I think she shaved her head to prove to the community. I can't believe it. Like, I mean, if she's faking cancer, well, that's all pretty fucked up too. But she seemed to know a lot about her diagnosis and stuff like that. Like, she wasn't talking like someone that had just jumped onto Google and got a bit of info. Yeah, MRB really just, things just went. But there was chat, wasn't there? So which live? Because, I mean, yeah, I've been really busy and I do have a lot to do this afternoon and this evening. I'll be doing all kinds of things till late tonight, but maybe it was this one. Let me just give me a sec. Because, yeah, Alicia jumped into her chat and so she sent her the link. I'm just listening to another live. This is so weird. She wouldn't have done it on a different channel, would she? I had it all lined up. I was ready to go. Oh, well, it's been fun hanging out with you Grievers anyway. Let's put, I don't know why I can't find it. But it doesn't matter because Heels captured a chunk of it or a bit of it, and it's no different. Like, just multiply it by about an hour. And the level of yelling that Laura does will give you a pretty good idea of what was going on. And again, look, if all these channels are going to be fighting backwards and forwards about it and using someone who's been diagnosed with cancer in the middle of it, you're all pieces of shit. Because if you go to, when you hear someone has cancer, isn't to feel empathy. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand people being super cautious on YouTube because we've had people faking their own deaths and ripping off charities and all kinds of fucking insane shit has happened on YouTube that we've seen. But if Alicia's genuinely got cancer, the fact that none of you seem to give a fuck. I mean, Laura's like, I give a fuck. I'm selling candles to raise money. But at the same time, you have her up on your panel and you're screaming at her the entire time. And I don't know why I can't find that live. But if I do find it, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to go live again before I go away. But we'll play Heels again because that sort of summarizes what happened. And I noticed my computer just glitched because there's work happening all around at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if they've switched the power off really quickly. Yeah, it's hideous, Melmac, and the number of people that go and see it. And the other thing is, like, Laura gets so fired up in this. My mum used to say once she was diagnosed with cancer, she just wanted a calm life. She didn't want people fighting around her. She didn't want to watch anything on telly that was violent. There was certain types of music she didn't like listening to because it was too aggressive for her. She just wanted peace and quiet because she felt that stress was the worst possible thing to have when you've got cancer. But she also believed that people who are highly stressed are more susceptible to getting cancer. So, Laura, you might want to just calm down, seriously. Like, you were talking to someone with cancer and you're yelling and screaming and swearing and cursing at them, and you're sitting there saying that you're more mature than everyone else on YouTube. Seriously, you're dreaming, to quote a fabulous Aussie movie. Tell them you're dreaming. So we'll play Hills one more time, and then I'm going to log off and get some stuff done. And it's so quiet and weird without Sunny here. Even just not being able to hear her snoring right now, because usually she'd be sitting behind me on the ottoman snoring a little head off. And I don't know when the cat hotel touch base to let you know that they're settling in or whatever, but I don't want to hassle them to find out either. But whenever they touch base and let me know she's doing okay, I'm going to be able to breathe a sigh of relief. Because, yeah, it's my separation anxiety is still pretty high. Still pretty high. We love you, Mel Mac. Hey, what do you mean? I didn't want to share. I have stage 4 inoperable, so boo effing you. Do you mean to Laura? What's up, Mel Mac? I don't understand. Let me know, Groover. I'm not going to... Oh, thank God. I sort of read that and I was like, oh, what's happened? And you're incredible. Your outlook, your cheery demeanor, your positivity, your kindness, your support, your love for everyone in this community. Everyone's always so happy when you roll in, Mel Mac, and look at you. Choosing to be an amazing human despite the card life dealt you. And it's probably also partly because you've been surrounded by supportive, compassionate, caring people. But yeah, I'd be very reluctant for anyone to ever share anything on YouTube unless you're prepared for it to become fodder for these low-life channels. Not Heels, but she's clipped Laura. And once again, it's showing how Laura speaks to someone who's been diagnosed with cancer. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, you really can't go any lower than this.
Are you coming to get me? Send the big bad wolf to fetch me. I've been staging a protest, swapping guns for roses. Resorted to reverie, campaigners for liberty. Here to render a legacy. We are the dreamers and the party queens. I just wanna be myself for a day. Follow me and no one.
Alicia, what the fuck was that this morning? I didn't do shit. I didn't say one fucking thing wrong. Not one. I was on your side the entire fucking live.
Kindness, compassion, fucking empathy. Where be thou?
Even against Wendy V, I was on your side. the entire fucking time.
But now I'm going to rip you a new one because a few people have misquoted me and misrepresented me, and you've had a few things to say about it. So fuck all y'all. I'm the victim here, and I'm just going to get angry and shouty, especially when you're up on panel with me. So there's the live where she ends up chatting with Alicia, I'm pretty sure.
It's scary. It is. So I get it. But I also get Wendy V's side.
This is bullshit. Just because you don't want to go after fucking Wendy V, don't make it out like I fucking said it. Because I'm not the one that fucking said it.
And by the way, Alicia, I'm really sorry to hear you've been diagnosed with cancer.
Wendy V said it. Go after her. Don't fucking come.
Yeah, because while you're dealing with a cancer diagnosis, you just go after all the other YouTubers, man. That's what you'd want to do with your time. I mean, like I said at the start, Alicia's choosing to be around on YouTube and jumping up on panels and stuff, which I find odd too. But as far as I'm concerned, you get diagnosed with any stage of cancer, do whatever the fuck you want. It's your cancer, your life, your choice. But I personally wouldn't be wasting a second. I mean, maybe when you've got stage 1, you're optimistic, you've got a long life ahead of you. But yeah, if I was dealt any sort of difficult card, I wouldn't be using what time I had left to argue with people like Laura on YouTube. No way. But these people are very YouTube like addicted too. I mean, how many times has Alicia had a channel, shut it down, started up again? That's another thing about YouTube I can't understand. These sort of 24/7 addicts. They might all just want to see how looks like there's sun shining behind Laura. Like, why isn't she on the other side of that window with her unwell body just soaking up some vitamin D? Might be better than just sitting in a dark room yelling at people. Just an idea.
Come at me for what she said.
Right, but you did say
no, not right. Not right. No, I did not say that.
You didn't say I was acting like I'm stage 4.
I absolutely never said that, ever.
Calm down, Laura. You're going to blow a gasket, mate. But did you hear earlier when we played that little bit when I was trying to find this bit? Where she told us all she was more mature than most people on YouTube? Yeah, right. I thought Bullhorn Betty was the queen of delusions. Delusions of grandeur on our screen right now.
It was Wendy V that fucking said it, not me. Wendy V say it, I'll play it.
I don't want to hear what Wendy V has to say. I don't want to hear anything that woman has to say.
You've gone on for 2 fucking days screaming about something I never even fucking said.
Well, I don't like the hypochondriac shit.
That was 4 days ago. You had no fucking problem with it 4 days ago.
Listen to that. Like, I mean, honestly, what the fuck? It doesn't matter how long ago it was. Like I said earlier, everyone's got things going on in their lives. Like, everyone has a list of priorities like I do. As soon as I end this live, I've got certain things I've got to do before I do other things. There are some things I may not even get to before I go away because they're not that important. But someone calling me a hypochondriac wouldn't be high on my list of priorities today. But if and when I had a chance to address them directly about it, I'd be bringing it up. And it wouldn't matter if it was 4 weeks, 4 hours, 4 days, 4 months. I'd be like, by the way, you know, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I think you calling me a hypochondriac was a bit rough. This woman's insane. Like, Laura, seriously. There was a time I found Laura entertaining. I mean, partly because she was a bit train wreck viewing, but I can't believe this is what she's like now. This is a mother who apparently seems to have raised really healthy, well-rounded kids, but whoa, Nelly.
Oh, I went live about it when it happened. Let me have my fucking channel, okay? And don't make any cheap shots at me.
I didn't make any cheap shots. That's my point. I didn't make any fucking cheap shots.
I just yelled at you and said fuck a lot. I mean, come on, Alicia. There's a difference.
This is what I'm saying. I'm the one that fucking is getting blamed for everybody else.
Once again, Laura's the victim.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, you are bullshit. You are. You're actual pond scum.
You conjure shit up in your fucking head that never happened.
Well, seeing her
I
on your
have never
panel.
said anything bad about you, Alicia.
Right.
I love her saying that. I've never said anything bad about you, but she literally just agreed that she called Alicia a hypochondriac 4 days ago. It's ludicrous.
At all.
Right. Seeing you
At all. Through this whole process, I
right.
have been there for you. I have never said a fucking bad word about you.
Apart from 4 days ago when I called you a hypochondriac.
Ever.
Apart from 4 days ago when I called you a hypochondriac.
And yes,
And over the last 5 years, you've said a shitload about Alicia, you bullshitter.
yesterday I said it 30 fucking times. 30 times in that 5-minute clip. I said at least 5 times.
What was it? 35? Good pointing that bit out, Heels. I mean, it's just madness. It's madness I'm even reacting to it, but that's what this channel's about. It gives me a chance to vent and offload about something I encountered on YouTube that I was like, that's not right. I've got to say something. Because for the last 5 years, I've said very little. I've mulled about it on my own. It's time for me to put my opinions out there too. And thank you to the 6 people who have hung out with me for the last hour while I do it. And any replay crew who get this far in, what the hell? There must be something better for you to watch on YouTube because this is reasonable YouTube. Like, go back to wackadoo YouTube. We don't pull a crowd here because we're reasonable.
Literally. At least, shut up, Heels, because if I want to fucking yell, I'm allowed to yell. You don't like it, see your fucking way out.
Yeah, but 2 days.
And then it goes back to her praising Heels 2 days prior. So, yeah. Melmac, it's an incredible story that you've got. Like, you're a trooper. And hopefully sometimes in any dark days you can come and hang out here with us because we do love you to bits. And we love everyone in this community. We're all diverse weirdos who bring voices of reason and sensibility to an otherwise puddle of pond scum. We have a shining light on the YouTube world. We'll all send out positive vibes for you for the 20th Melmac. I'll be back in Tassie by then and down at an Airbnb at the next beach over. So I might take you guys for a beach walk or something when Sonny and I are settled at the Airbnb. And I'll try to do a live from Adelaide. My beautiful friend Georgie, who I'm staying with, is incredibly busy. She's a single mum with 2 very demanding and incredibly full-on jobs. So there'll be a bit of time where I'm on my own and I'll be able to use her car, and I might take us for a little drive, which has reminded me to pack all my YouTube-y stuff. Did need to do a post-it note to grab the bracket out of my car. So yeah, I'll try and do maybe a beach walk or something in Adelaide as well. Let's put a note to grab my bracket. And yeah, I've got separation anxiety. On my Tasmania Calling channel on the community page, I'll put news of Sunny when I hear from the Cat Hotel with an update. I'm just checking my phone now to see if there's an update. I've been told you get them, so I haven't got one. I know she's safe, and I'm sure she'll have everyone wrapped around her little paws before too long. But yeah, I'm still very rattled from dropping her off this morning. No, the last post on their Facebook was 2 days ago. So yeah, we'll all send out positive vibes for your results, Mel Mac. Absolutely. I will try and take us to the Adelaide Museum or Gallery. I don't want to go to either while I'm there, Aussie. I lived there for 20 years. I'm not doing the tourist thing. I'm catching up with lots of beautiful friends. I'm more likely to take you to a beach or, I don't know, somewhere nice. I might even go live from a wine, but yeah, understandable. Thanks, mate. That was in private chat because Aussie Tad's been listening along backstage. And silly me putting a StreamYard link. Mind you, it'll be expired once I end this live, so I'll just go and delete those 2 community posts. What a fool I am. Could have pulled a bigger crowd if I hadn't have dropped the StreamYard link. But anyway, in a nutshell, guys, thanks for hanging out. I think I've got it out of my system. Empathy, compassion go a long, long way, and just being nice to people and making them feel loved is worth its weight in gold. But screaming and yelling at someone and turning a cancer diagnosis into fodder for numerous drama channels to all fight is bullshit. And I don't blame Alicia for wanting to hang around and try and set the record straight. That's her right as well. I'm not being judgmental that she chose to do that. I just don't know if I would. But then I'm also not beholden to the batshit crazy YouTube world. I can see Sunny's water bowl and her little grass over there, and I'm going to go and clean the bathroom now, which also includes cleaning up her litter, and her litter box is pretty clean, but packing it all away ready for when we go down to the Airbnb. So yeah, a lot to do before I fly out tomorrow morning, but thank you so much all for hanging out with me, and spread some love out there on the YouTube world because God knows they all need it. We'll see you all again very soon. I love you guys, and all the best, Mel Mac in particular. Bye for now, beautiful people.